Why is Roger Alexander in crime-fighting leadership despite the cloud of controversy? The appointment of Roger Alexander as Minister of Homeland Security has sparked both curiosity and concern, especially given the long-standing questions hanging over his career. While he speaks boldly about removing criminal elements, protecting police officers, and introducing harsher laws, the shadow cast by past allegations and public controversies raises an uncomfortable question. Why is a man with unresolved public concerns being trusted to lead national crime-fighting efforts? A record with red flags. To begin with, Alexander is no stranger to the courtroom. In 2016, he was charged with assaulting a civilian in Santa Cruz, a serious allegation involving abuse of power. Although the case was dismissed, the state deemed it necessary to appeal, showing that questions about his conduct haven't been fully put to rest. For a man now tasked with overseeing law enforcement policy, this unresolved stain on his record raises legitimate doubts. Then there are his past public criticisms of crime-fighting resources. As a police officer, Alexander was vocal about shortages in equipment like body armor and Coast Guard support. Yet those claims were publicly contradicted by senior officials like former Commissioner Gary Griffith. The question lingers, was Alexander highlighting real flaws or was he exaggerating for personal or political leverage? From officer to politician, blurred lines. Alexander's transition from senior police officer to elected member of parliament under the United National Congress, UNC, further complicates his credibility. His shift into politics has triggered accusations of partisanship, with critics questioning whether his crime-fighting persona is more about optics and political capital than genuine reform. It is not unusual for officers to enter politics, but doing so while still carrying unresolved allegations raises concerns about impartiality and priorities. Independent Senator Dr. Paul Richards went so far as to level unspecified public allegations against Alexander, allegations serious enough to spark national debate, even if they remain officially unsubstantiated. Whether or not these claims hold weight, they contribute to a growing cloud of controversy that the public is forced to reckon with. The image versus the reality. Alexander's reputation as a tough-on-crime officer has won him praise among some who are desperate for solutions to runaway crime. But that same image fuels criticism that he supports heavy-handed tactics and encourages a shoot-first culture within the police force. In a nation already grappling with police brutality and a lack of trust in law enforcement, Alexander's approach risks pouring fuel on the fire. His recent comment that a man should defend his home by any means necessary may sound empowering, but it borders on promoting vigilante justice. Combined with his history, this suggests a leadership style rooted more in force than in thoughtful reform. So why is he there? In any well-functioning democracy, leaders in law enforcement and national security should be above reproach, not simply free of convictions, but free of serious, unresolved questions. Alexander's appointment appears to defy that principle. Whether due to political loyalty, populist appeal, or a desire for a strongman image, his elevation sends a troubling message that optics matter more than ethics and that power can overshadow public concern. Before asking the nation to obey the law, perhaps it's fair to ask whether those writing and enforcing the laws are themselves held to the highest standard. Roger Alexander has yet to clear that bar.